Bruce Lee found a photograph in his pocket the day before he died. A photograph he had never seen before, of himself, taken without his permission, by someone who had been watching him for years. Hong Kong, July 19, 1973. One day before Bruce Lee's death. The city is loud and hot and indifferent the way only Hong Kong can be. The kind of city that doesn't stop for anyone, not even legends. Bruce is at home. Kowloon Tung, the house he shares with Linda and the children. He's supposed to be resting. Doctor's orders after the first collapse 9 days ago. Rest, reduce stress, let the body recover. He's trying harder than usual, because even Bruce Lee felt the July 10 collapse as a warning he couldn't completely ignore. He's going through his jacket pockets, looking for a business card he needs. Raymond Chow's assistant called this morning about a meeting tomorrow. Bruce trying to find the card to confirm the address. He finds something else. A photograph. Small, black and white, slightly worn at the edges. Not his. He's never seen it before. Doesn't remember it being put in his pocket. Doesn't know how it got there. He holds it up to the light. It's him. Bruce Lee. But not a posed photograph. Not a film still. Not a publicity shot. A candid, taken from a distance. Bruce walking through a market. Kowloon. Sometime recently. He's wearing the blue shirt he bought 3 weeks ago. So it was taken in the last 3 weeks. He's alone in the photograph. Not performing. Not aware of the camera. Just walking. Thinking. Being. The private Bruce Lee that cameras rarely catch. The Bruce Lee between performances. Between proving. He stares at the photograph for a long time. Then he finds another one. In the same pocket. Tucked behind the first. Different day. Different location. Bruce outside a restaurant. Talking to Raymond. Head thrown back slightly. Laughing at something. A real laugh. Not the public laugh. The private one. The one that comes from somewhere genuine. And a third photograph. This one older. The edges more worn. Bruce on the Green Hornet set. 7 years ago. Kato costume. Between takes. Sitting alone on a chair. Looking at something off camera. His expression unguarded. Tired. Young. Still figuring out who he's becoming. 3 photographs. 3 different times. 3 different versions of Bruce Lee when he thought nobody was watching. Someone has been watching for at least 7 years. Bruce sits down. The photographs in his hand. Thinking. Who? Who has been watching this long? Who had access to his jacket? Who photographed someone without their knowledge for 7 years? The answer comes slowly. Not a name. A feeling. The same feeling he's had occasionally over the years. A sense of presence. Of someone just beyond his peripheral vision. Not threatening. Just watching. Like someone standing in a doorway you sense before you see. He's felt it in his school in Los Angeles. In Hong Kong. On film sets. Always brief. Always just at the edge of awareness. He assumed it was the natural paranoia of fame. The knowledge that eyes are always on you when you're Bruce Lee. But these photographs say something different. These photographs say, this was intentional, deliberate. Someone chose to capture these specific moments, not Bruce Lee the legend, Bruce Lee the person, the private moments, the in-between moments, the moments that never make it into interviews or documentaries or official photographs. Bruce looks more carefully at the photograph from 1966. Kato costume. Between takes. He remembers that day. Long shoot. Difficult scene. He was frustrated. The director not understanding what Bruce was trying to do with the character. Bruce sitting alone, composing himself, deciding whether to push back or let it go. Someone was there, close enough to capture the expression on his face, the specific weight of that frustration, and kept the photograph for 7 years. He turns the photographs over, looking for writing, a name, a date, anything. On the back of the 1966 photograph, in small, precise handwriting, the real one. That's all. 3 words, no name, no explanation. The real one. Bruce reads it 3 times, feeling something strange, not fear, not anger, something softer, more complicated, being seen, really seen, not the performance version, the real version. And someone thought that version worth documenting, worth keeping for 7 years. He shows Linda that evening. She's as confused as he is, doesn't recognize the style of the photographs, doesn't know who might have had consistent access to Bruce over 7 years in 2 different countries. Should we be worried? Linda asks. Bruce looks at the photographs again. I don't think so. Whoever this is, they've had 7 years to do something if they wanted to do something they just wanted to see. Why? I don't know, he pauses. Maybe for the same reason I train alone at night. To find the truth, the version without audience. Linda doesn't fully understand. But she sees something in Bruce's expression, something the photographs have done to him, something settling, like being known in a way he didn't expect. He keeps the photographs, puts them in the drawer of his bedside table, goes to sleep that night with something different in him. Not resolved, not answered, but present. The awareness that someone saw him, the real version, and thought it worth keeping. The next day, July 20th, 1973, Bruce Lee dies. The photographs remain in the drawer. Linda finds them afterward. During the devastating process of going through Bruce's things, 3 photographs, 2 recent, one from 1966, the writing on the back of the oldest one. The real one. Linda keeps them, shows them to very few people. The mystery of who put them in Bruce's jacket, who had been watching and photographing for 7 years, who wrote those 3 words, she investigates quietly. Over years, nothing definitive, but pieces. A man named Henry Lau, Chinese-American, professional photographer, worked briefly as a crew member on the Green Hornet in 1966, disappeared from the industry shortly after. No forwarding address, no public presence. One colleague remembers him. Henry was obsessed with capturing authentic moments. He hated posed photography, said the real person only appears when they don't know they're being photographed. He talked about Bruce Lee once, said Bruce was the most authentic person he'd ever seen when nobody was watching, and the most performed person he'd ever seen when people were watching, said the contrast was extraordinary. Did he stay in contact with Bruce Lee? I don't think so. I think he just watched. That was Henry. Observer, not participant. Linda never finds Henry Lau directly, never confirms he's the one who took the photographs. But the pieces fit, the timing, the Green Hornet connection, the philosophy about authentic moments. She thinks about what the colleague said. The most authentic person when nobody was watching. The most performed person when people were watching. The contrast is extraordinary. Linda knows this to be true, lived with it, the public Bruce and the private Bruce, the legend and the man, the performance and the truth. She loved both, but she knew they were different, and this photographer, whoever he was, saw it too, from outside, without intimacy, just observation, just a camera and the patience to wait for the real version, the real one. Shannon Lee hears the story as an adult, looks at the 3 photographs, sees her father in them in a way she rarely sees in official photographs. Something unguarded, something between moments, something true. Who do you think he was? Shannon asks her mother. I think he was someone who loved your father, Linda says. Not the way fans love him, not the way students loved him. The way you love someone when you see who they really are, when you choose the private version over the public one. Did it mean something to Dad, finding them that last day? Linda is quiet for a long moment.
I think it did.
I think finding those photographs the day before he died gave him something. The knowledge that someone saw the real version, not the performance, the person underneath, and thought it was worth keeping. The real one, Shannon reads from the back of the 1966 photograph. The real one, Linda confirms. 3 photographs found in a jacket pocket the day before Bruce Lee died, taken without his knowledge over 7 years, by someone who thought the private version of Bruce Lee was worth more than the public one. We never fully know who took them, whether it was Henry Lau or someone else, whether the photographer knew Bruce would die the next day, whether the photographs being found was accident or intention. But we know what they meant to Bruce on his last full day of life. The photographs were a mirror, one held by someone else, showing him what he looked like when nobody was watching. And he looked real. That was enough. The real one. Not the kicks. Not the philosophy. Not the legend. Not the icon. Not the global phenomenon. Just a man, walking through a market, laughing with a friend, sitting alone between takes, being himself when he thought nobody was watching. The real one. That's who Bruce Lee was, under everything, past all the performance and proving and building and achieving, just a person. Real and flawed and human and extraordinary. Exactly like all of us, except faster. The photographs are still in existence. In Shannon Lee's possession, private, not for public viewing. Some things belong to family, some versions of a person belong to those who love them. But they exist. 3 small black and white photographs, slightly worn at the edges, of a man between performances, of a legend being human, of the real one, found in a jacket pocket the day before everything ended, the last gift someone gave Bruce Lee. The gift of being seen, truly seen, without performance or pretense or the weight of being Bruce Lee. Just seen. That was enough. More than enough. Everything. The real one.